Okay, the gameplay you see today is a showcase of how to use guided shells on Tehran Highway, and I want to discuss quite a few more topics. But first of all, one quick trick. If you start as defender on Tehran, make sure you have somebody in your CTV station and move over to this spot. On this spot you're gonna see me do a lot of work during this round. You can look into their spawn basically, you can instantly lock on to vehicles that are leaving, and it makes the round a little unfair, I gotta admit that, but we always do it, and if you're about winning, this is definitely the tactic you want to use. If you have people in your spawn, if you have like 2 or 3 squad mates back in your base, or friends, you know, people that you know you can rely on, move up here and you're gonna be sure to do a lot of damage to their vehicles. And for those who watched my third video, it was a tank gameplay on, I think it was Nose Hair channels. Yeah, Nose Hair is the, you see I have a huge lag spike here. Nose Hair, like many people used to say, where I was using canister shell and I said that guided shell was not worth it, and damn me, I was wrong. Recently I have been using guided shell a lot more. It is probably the best thing that you can have in a tank. If you have an organized team, an organized tank squad, guided shell is just complete domination of the enemy. If used correctly, you're gonna win every one-on-one gun fight with a tank. Well, gunfight with a tank, that was very, very bad English from me. You're gonna win most of your fights against helicopters. Getting cheaps like this one that you just see me took out there is very, very easy, so definitely try out guided shell, guys. Definitely is worth it. If you can, have another gunner, have your gunner use something against the infantry so that you can change in case you need to be a little more infantry focused, but combined with the reactive armor, a gunner using proximity scanner, it's a very, very good combination to use guided shell and CTV, so keep on doing it because your team will love you. We also had another tank on this map that was shooting guided missiles in their spawn, and I think he was pretty happy for us doing this, so it's definitely a good thing to do for your team. So if you're about teamwork, guided shell is the way to go, and you see it works very good. I mean, I'm picking up these cheaps here without any effort, and the enemies are having quite a bad time, I guess. Don't really feel good if I'm destroying people like this, but you know, you gotta set preferences, and my preference is winning, so I won't even let them get close. But anyway, there is, you most likely remember the video I put up with, which was recorded with my friend Tactics, called Bro Tips. I've got a lot of good feedback, it's got a ton of views, so I'm gonna keep on doing this series if you don't mind. Also, for those people who subscribed after that video, it's nice to see you here, and I hope I can interest you in the stuff I'm bringing you other than Bro Tips. For those who are interested, the next installment is gonna be up next weekend. We're gonna do one of these every week, and the next one is gonna be the attack helicopter with my friend Wolf Autopsy. So that's it for the next one. You see me log out to an EUD bot here, I just love that. Also, I have a great gameplay of Venom flying today. I recorded that today with my friend Tactics, and I wondered if you guys are interested in seeing such a thing. Tactics wouldn't mind making a quick Bro Tips episode on the Venom, so if you're interested in that, just drop me a comment. I played 36-0, it's a pretty beastie gameplay. I got about 5 kills per minute, so maybe you're interested, just tell me if you are. It's definitely something interesting to watch, I guess, and as the Venom is so underrated, we need more people who use it correctly. Okay, speaking of the Venom, there's one thing that I want to address to well, I know DICE is not going to listen to me, but I want to talk about, and that is the points that certain positions in a vehicle get. And what I've realized is that when I'm in the attack helicopter's gunner seat, my pilot gets way less points. If I'm in the Venom as a gunner, my pilot gets about 20% of the points I get. If I'm doing this, what I'm doing right here, usually my CTV gunner, whatever, CTV person does not even get close as many points as I do, about half the points I get. So even though these people are helping me out in my vehicle, they still get way less points. And I find that is very unfair. A squad driver assist is 20 points, I think, and that's just ridiculous. I remember in Bad Company 2 days when we were using the Blackhawk, we usually had about rounds where we finished with 7,000 points, and there the gunner, the repairsman and the pilot always got a lot of points, because the squad driver assist, I think it's called in English, bonus was 50 points there, just like a kill. So being a pilot in the Blackhawk or being a repairsman was actually a good thing to do, whilst now many people just neglect the Venom simply because the pilot doesn't get any points using it. So that's one of the things that bothers me, but of course it's not only the Venom. Also in the tank here you're gonna see Lolbot help me out so much, and I want to thank him for that personally once more. I had a brilliant round, and without him this wouldn't be possible. I think he did a lot more teamwork than I did. He also painted vehicles that another tank shot, but still he only gets about half the points I get. So a very unfair thing, and the same thing is in the attack helicopter. An attack helicopter is just as good as his pilot is, and when I was playing with my friend Tactics, and I played 88 and 5, I got about 15,000 points and he got about 7,000, even though I wouldn't be able to get it done without him. So that's one thing I would like to see the next patch, that the positions in a vehicle that don't get too many kills should also get the points they deserve, because as I said, without Lolbot I couldn't get the score here. Without a good pilot I couldn't get the what is it called? My kills there and my MVP in the end. So in my opinion, pilot points and CTV station points, all that stuff needs to be buffed, and that's an important thing to me, a very important thing. And I hope this is gonna happen. And speaking of that gameplay, I just quickly said I went 88 and 5. We got a freeze there when we were playing 88 and 5. I was playing with Tactics and my game decided to freeze when I had about 15,000 points, and I was wondering if this happens on the other platforms too. I don't know if I have a lot of PC subscribers. I know there's some people on Xbox that are subscribed to me, but I would be interested if freezes and disconnects are just as often as on my PlayStation. And it is the freezes are getting out of hand lately sometimes. When I'm doing good, I always get freezes. I don't know why. It's very annoying. I have my days where I just get disconnects all the time, and especially regarding the freezes, it makes me very what am I saying, man? I'm expecting the next generation of consoles so much because of that thing. Because I personally think that the reason for the freezes on PlayStation is simply because the console isn't strong enough, and I don't know if this is on the other platforms too, but this makes me very excited, as I said, for the PlayStation 4, because that one's finally gonna have a lot of power again. So is this the same for you? Do you think that our today's consoles are still strong enough, or do you think that we finally need the new ones? Because to me personally, as soon as the PlayStation 4 is gonna be released, I'm just gonna run to the store and get that thing, unless the Xbox 720 is better, but we'll see about that. I'm gonna look at the technical stats there, but I'm probably always gonna be a PlayStation 3 fanboy. So if you wouldn't mind, just tell me what you think about this, or if you have heard anything about the reason of these freezes, or how the next consoles are gonna be. I know there's only rumors so far, I think, but if you know anything about these, just tell me. And if you can, I would be interested if all the freezes and stuff also happens on your platform, because as I said, it's getting out of hand for me sometimes, so it would be interesting to know for me. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. You're gonna see my score in a minute. Thanks once more to Lolbot for helping me out so well, and I hope you enjoyed. Next pro tip's gonna be up on Saturday, as I said. Gonna have a commentary in between, and I'm out. See ya.